Test, test, 1, 2, 3. Test, test, 1, 2, 3. How is everybody doing this morning? Select stream. Grimmzilla streaming and memeing. Let's go. One sec, guys, just loading up. Just loading her up. Open a new tab. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, well, there's maintenance in moments. Is this already reset? Yeah. So we 2-key hard now, so we can move on to brutal. Then final frontier. I'll do that in 1 sec. I don't think we'll do Tuhan brutal, but we'll have to see. Crazy Kokopi over there. So didn't get a chance to stream yesterday. Very busy day. We are into the phase 2 of the Xenomorph. We are daily login rewards on day 20. Let's roll over here, grab some dailies. I think we missed the day yesterday, so we should be on day 20. What I was going to point out was, Gear Hunter's still going on. Gear Ascension we finished. We got the Prism Shard. And it was a crazy pull for that in the souls. So for the souls, while I don't have them, we got like 3 dwarfs. So this seems like a very dwarf leaning account, funny enough. Let's see if there's a Tholin soul down here. Nope. No dice. We also used PP 500 and got Rag. We did that on earlier, but I'm just saying it's out in the bag. Play and play points, that's where we're at for login. The promo codes, a lot of it's not working, and so they give me like a limit. There is a new code right now, but they gave like a limit to like attempts, and now it's like a longer cooldown for it. But so our Prism Shard, this is what I mean about dwarf leading. We pulled Geomancer. Hey Philip, 2-key Brutal and 4-key Nightmare, which is better? 4-key Nightmare, you always want to do the highest clan boss you can. So 4-key Nightmare, you'll get better rewards, because that opens you up to a Sacred Shard. You have like less than a 1% chance of ever getting Sacred from Brutal. It doesn't even list it, but you can get one, unless it's a bug. Like I've gotten them before from there, but it's like so rare. But this is what you'd rather be getting, this chest, because the legendary books, higher graded gear, and you'll also get these, like 2 of these a day is much better. So let's see how we do on brutal. So having Geomancer now though is pretty big. That might really help us push clan boss. I don't think I can take out what's his face, Xenomorph, but I'm going to just for the dwarf, keep the dwarf account rolling. Sorry. Oh, my hand. I really hurt. I changed my tires yesterday. It really hurt my hand. I don't know why my cat keeps overeating and drinking. I'm trying to stop her from that. Yeah, I hear my cat yakking twice now. She's got to stop. Hope she's not throwing up on anything big. Anyway, okay. Cat nonsense aside. Live day 18 of double Tholin. I don't know if I have a double Tholin photo. Good enough. Okay, we already did 2 million, so it's, I mean, we're doing okay. Close that. Live. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, thanks. And the Forge Pass, good. The Forge Pass, yep. If it's a viable thing for you, it'll really help you boost your account. It gives you, you'll get 50%, I think, extra XP and silver, which is a lot for. Usually, buying it the day it comes out is the best time to get it, because you want to gain the bonus for silver and XP as long as possible. We're doing alright. This is more damage than I thought we would do to Brutal, so might be able to 3-key Brutal actually with where we're at right now. Everyone's had a good week. 4.6. I mean, that's not terrible. 4 minutes gonna be maintenance. The Forge Pass will also offer you massive gear upgrades. Okay, that's up. So the Forge Pass will let you forge a lot of gear. Yeah, you will. Because just so you know, by the end of it, by the time it's done, as long as you get to all 50 levels, you'll be able to make about 75 legendary pieces. It's about 250 to 300 epic pieces, and then you'll get about, I don't know, 500, 600 rare pieces, and that's just 5 and 6 star. That's not like lower than that. So I mean, it's a huge push for your gear, and the gear that's in there right now is not bad. It's speed and resistance, which early on resistance is really strong. So is speed. So just the pair of them, getting 30% speed and 120 res on top of the set bonus, or the stat bonuses from the set. It'll help you progress very quickly. You'll be able to do, like, if you bought it day 1, you likely would be able to do up to Brutal campaign all on the first day. And you'd likely be able to push and have 2 6 stars, I want to say, by the end of the day. That would be sacking every rare you get and every shard you get outside of epics, but a hard push early and your account would be pretty strong off. Everyone say good morning to Luna. She has come to say hi. haven't you, Tuna Boona? Hmm? Hi, Luna. Hello, you gonna talk? You gonna talk at all? No? Yeah? Just gonna nudge the microphone? Yeah? Alright. Pulled you on account, you had Wixwell on, now you 1-key Nightmare. That good stuff, Warsoul. The good stuff. You already done with the campaign? You 3-starred all of it? That's awesome. No, the, hey Ed Joe. Or just Ed. Luna is 8 this year. I think, like, coming in April, she'll be 8. Or no, she's the youngest. She's turning 7. Sorry, 7. The oldest two are Willow and Yarpy. So Willow is and Yarpy are sisters. They're 18. And then Coco, who I call Kokopee or Puff, she is she's gonna be 9 this year. And then my cat Runty is, I think she's old, so she's around the same, like 8 or 9. And then Luna would be turning 7. Yeah. So I'll show you quick. For everyone wondering about the passes system going on right now, if you start the game, this is absolutely worth getting for $20 because you'll get this gear for your support and you'll have enough chickens to make a 6-star, and you can fully ascend as well if you choose like a force champion. You're gonna get a lot of bonus gear, and you'll get your 5-star chickens there. And you also get a really great support champion. She's good right to end game. The next current pass that's on right now is the Predator Pass, the Champion Pass. Which of course I have to update. Sorry, hang on one sec, guys. This might be the Grim Forest update. So have to wait and see. That would be kind of perfect. It's too small of an update to be Grim Forest. This whole background would be changed if it was. They would have like a logo here. I think it was probably a patch. This could be the Sir Neck patch. Why do I have... Yeah, they're all girl cats. So... My oldest cats, Yarp and Willow, were my mom's. Coco technically was my mom's as well. But I've always taken care of Coco, so that I'm used to. Runty and Luna were my cats. Luna being one that wasn't intended to be adopted. I had found her outside during a snowstorm, and I nursed her back to health. And then I brought her to the SPCA to see if she, which is like animal shelter, to see if she had a chip. She did. They contacted her family, and they didn't want her back. So it was this tragic to do that to a cat animal. If you can't take care of an animal, always give it up for adoption, please. Don't just put it outside. And especially during the winter. And the area I lived in at the time had a lot of coyotes, so it's like she's lucky to be alive. Long story short, I then put her up for adoption. Like, I took care of her while I was waiting for someone to adopt her. And then when I brought her in, though, they basically gave her all her, like, she had already had her, they told me when I brought her in for the chip that she had already had her shots and stuff, but she wasn't fixed, so they fixed her, and they gave her like vitamin boosts basically, and then they wanted to charge me $300 for that. So I was like, if I'm doing that, I'm keeping the cat. You're not keeping the cat if you're making me pay for this. Like, it was such a BS thing to do. But yeah, so that's how I ended up keeping her, because I just couldn't justify spending the money. But also, like, she looked like she'd been through the ringer while she was there. Like, she was there for about 8 days, and just looked like no one played with her. Like, they left her kind of like sitting in a cage. So I was kind of like, as soon as I brought her home and like put her on the floor to walk around, she was like, her personality kicked right in. So in short, that's how I ended up with Luna. Runty was also a rescue. All the cats are rescues, but Runty I got as a kitten. She was like really tiny, like run to the litter, and that's why we couldn't let her stay outside. She was living in the backyard. And then yeah, the In short, when they were in the backyard, and I adopted Runty, I just wanted to keep her until she got bigger. But then she was a very shy cat, like very hesitant. And then when I tried not to handle her too much, because she was so aggressive and shy. And in short, by the time she was 6 weeks old and big enough to put back outside with the other kittens, she wouldn't even let go near the door. Like I could open the back door and she would run out and then turn right back around and go in the house. So she just wasn't acclimated to going back outside. And like I said, there's coyotes and stuff. Like if she didn't get smart enough to stay under our deck and protect herself, then she was going to be in rough go with the foxes and all that stuff that were around and coyotes. So I ended up keeping her. And then funny enough, she ends up being the biggest cat of the three in terms of like length. She's got a 1.5, almost 2 foot long tail. She's like a monkey. And then her body is about just shy of 2 feet as well. So she's like this long, lanky cat. Spaghetti cat. And Luna is because the SPCA, when they fix a female cat, they can remove ovaries or they can do a tube tie, which isn't always permanent, or remove one of the ovaries. They removed both of hers, so like she kind of bloated from that, so she ended up being a chonker, even though she's not. Like she doesn't like plow back food or anything. And then once I do these 3 shards, once I do the 3 shards, I'll go in and look at the passes again and finish up. Oh, I thought that was Metal Shaper. That would have been great. So Bog Walker's the bad one. Metal Shaper the better one. Metal Shaper does a shield. So, passes. Currently this champion pass is amazing, but it's $50. Because you get the Predator. So I mean, like, you're getting a Lego to push you early on. But you get 5 pieces of epic gear. Or 6 pieces of epic gear. You get lots of runes down here. I think there's 1 million silver spread down here too. But the runes are the other big thing. The glyphs, sorry. And you also get, how many 5-star chickens? You get a feast, 5-star chicken, if you include all the top row stuff. Like, you can only do so many challenges a day, but you'll have it within, like, I think it's like 10 days, 8 to 10 days, you get everything. So this one. So the Predator one's worth it. The Predator's a good champion. Definitely worth. If only for PvP. He's apparently not very good in other areas of the game. But in PvP, he is very good for arena. He will get you to gold arena by himself. He's nutty for arena push. You could probably get to gold arena within 2 days. To gold 5. He does so much damage. So as long as you're just patient, you'll get you there. So here, just from daily logins and doing the dailies, I'm at level 8. But as you can see here, I'd be at 9, 10, 11, and then 12 from the other 6 points. So I'd be at level 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I'd be at level 16 on day whatever we're on, or on the 3rd week. So there's only a week, just shy of 2 weeks left. But to be at 16 would mean I'm here, and I would have all of these things. So it's 525 epic material plus 600. So I'd be making a ton of gear. Now you do have to save these because you need the epic ones to make the legendary ones. And you need so many to do it. But you do get another big chunk here. Then you start getting the legendary materials around level 24. And as you can see, you're also getting a lot of glyphs for crafting out of here too, and a lot of glyphs for post-crafting. And then these are also the other reason. Every 10 levels you get a XP and silver boost. Those are massive. And then you'll get a full set of mythical gear at the very end. This was like a new add-on because it used to just be legendary, now mythical in the game. So it is like they didn't raise the price, and it's a nice incentive. It's a gear push. Now, the thing I'll say is if you're mid-game or end-game, this is a choice. You don't have to do it, but these 2 rows stop being as valuable, especially late game. The value, unless this is the Slayer set, always buy the Slayer set one, pretty much. if you can afford it, if it's within your means. Here is it very expensive, so I'm going to point this out, but for $70 you get the Platinum Pass, so I think it's US, it's 50. It's as much as the Predator Pass. It lets you forge relics. Now why that's a big thing is... Okay. Of course this is happening while I'm streaming. Might be down for a second, guys, sorry. So relics, if you're a low spender, I would say for a low spend, say to get gem pack monthly. And so I would say to get the standard Forge Pass, the gold one, because it's it gives your account a big kick mid-game, early game as well. But for low spend, the other thing it does is it boosts your XP and silver. So that means for tournaments, for gear upgrades, all that kind of stuff, it just like kind of evens you out to put you on the same, like near the same as low spender like whales, in terms of like you can compete in tournaments. I'm not saying that you can keep up with them for other things, but you can generate more silver. So in the year, if you spend $100 and get the 4 passes, because they each last a month and a half, and they're usually like a 2 or 3 week break between them. So I think you can buy 4 to 6. If you buy those passes, it's going to cost you $60. So it's going to cost you the price of a AAA, like nowadays a low AAA game, but like a good game. There's so many good games on Steam that are $20. So I'm pointing it out. It's 60 raw dollars. It's going to be costly, $60 to $70. But that's over a year of, you got to look at it as a year of entertainment, upgrade. You're essentially buying, every time you play Raid, you're essentially 1 year, you're going to end up spending, if you do spend, the equivalent of 2 video games in the game, if you control yourself. Hey, how you doing? Hi, Mark. Yeah, Tholin's really fun. It's good stuff. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. You're at a good point in 13 days. That's where you start getting your power curve. I hope you're having fun. Oh, that's awesome, though. Sorry, I muted the mic there for a sec. I had to blow my nose. For everyone watching, we're looking at a login screen because they're doing maintenance right now. What I will do, I'll bring up... What? Okay. So I had to close a lot of tabs. YouTube. Excuse the music there, sorry. Okay, we're gonna open this up. I don't like how YouTube Home now is, so it's home in shorts. They took away subs to just see subs, so you have to look at the ads now. Is what it is. Okay. I'm just looking for... Sorry, I was just looking for nubs. But I'll look for Boozer, I guess. Okay, so new Cernic update's crazy. Oh yeah, the new promo code I'll show while we're waiting.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer.
I can't let the audio play, guys. So here's the code AMG25, and here's what you'll get. So you get an epic book, 150 multi battles, 100 energy, 200 silver. I should put that in chat. So it is costly. That's, yeah, the big thing about the pass. That's what I was trying to point out. You're gonna spend. So if you buy all the things I just mentioned, it'd be $50 a month, US. Some currencies it might be $30, $40. Some currencies it might be, you know, oh, so it was the update. So the next thing I want to point out, if you were early on, like when you start the game, if you were to spend any money at all, and this is only because it gives you all this too, okay? You're gonna get 10 of these at legendary and mythical only rarities. I would only say once, but this is an option too, though the Forge Pass overall is better. I'm just pointing it out. If you're a spender, like you're going to spend mega money, then that one. Okay, so what I wanted to show is the Forge. I want to point out I'm doing Chimera on day 18. You should also be making sure tonight you do Chimera. I missed Hydra last night, I'm realizing, for my main clan, and they're going to be super mad again. Sorry guys, I got home late last night. Let me see if I did miss. Did I miss? I can't even see. So yeah, this is 24 hours, so I definitely missed doing Hydra last night. They're gonna be cheesed. I feel so bad. I've like honestly neglected my main account so much. But I'll show here. So just these champions. I guess I'll do this. You should be doing Chimera. And it's Christmas time. Is the Grim Forest in the game? Because it still hasn't advertised it at all. Let me update on my phone and see. I'm guessing it's not in the game yet. One sec, cat is getting into something. Sorry. Okay, the phone update wasn't crazy because the game already loaded. My game doesn't have the Christmas update on the phone as a heads up, so maybe... Oh, Grim Forest, yeah, is out. Okay. So you are going to buy it, Phil? Okay. You have to be level 55 to do it? That makes sense, because honestly, it's... You need so many champions. It looks so fun, though. I might show it off. Once we're out of energy on here, I might show it off for a little bit. Did I miss Hydra? Oh, we finished first too. Rip. I'm glad they finished first without me. I really need to start just doing Hydra earlier in the week and just get it done. Sacred Shard. Three ancients so far, 4 ancients and a sacred today. Did Chimera come back before Hydra? No, Chimera is came after. Hydra's been out for about 3 to 4 years. Chimera's only been out for like a year and a half, if that. Chimera came out actually, I think, at the start of last year or right after winter, if I'm remembering right. Like, I think it came out with it either came out with the Norse gods or it came out with the Alice in Wonderland. Because I at least remember Mad Hatter was really good for the Chimera trials. Hi, Coco. I'm gonna buy you guys food today on my way to work, okay? They ate all their food. I gave them all the dry food this morning for breakfast, so they're just like, but feed us now. How about now? No, we don't step on the keyboard. Every time. But it's funny, in the game, they prompt you to do Chimera first. Which makes sense, actually, because Chimera is easier, at least on, like, its easy setting, that you can get some damage in to get some rewards. And I think they want people to start having access to relics. It's just kind of crazy to see. So we did 1.8 million. We didn't get any trials done, though. That's the thing. You won't get trials done. You're strictly doing it for getting these chests. So our goal is to get this chest and start collecting Empress. So once a week, 4 Empress fragments a week, you eventually will get, 2 fragments a week, but you'll eventually get 4. It'll take you the better part of a year still to get Empress. So with the 2 keys, if you do 2 separate chimeras eventually on the easy and normal, let's say, and say you're luckiest person on Earth that you get 4 fragments every week, that's 4 times 4, that's 16 times 12, or 16 into 100, so you need so many. You're still going to be 10 months or so to get Empress. Let me just make sure. 100 divided by 16, I think it's like 10? 6. So 6 months if you're getting a full 16 every month. Half a year. Half a year. Well, 6 months, Endo. Like, think of it this way. My Tholin, if I played consistently on the Tholin account I started after the Hell Hades challenge, when Tholin originally came out, I would have Empress by now. So that's like what I'm trying to say. Like, 6 months flies by. It'll go by pretty quick. You can nearly do hard Chimera too. Oh, nice. Not even the first chest on Hydra. Hydra is about having the right types of champions. It is not about damage so much. Like, it is, but you need the right supports. Because Chimera, you need 2 to 3 damage dealers to make sure you can free your champions from the heads. You need a cleanser, healer, and reviver all in one if possible, or 2 split between 2. You need a protected buff champion or a cleanser and buff stripper for the enemy team. You need a decreased defense champion, a weakened champion. You need... I'm trying to think of everything else. You need a stun champion, a provoke champion. You need... Like, this is like as you're getting higher into Chimera. Like, normal you can kind of do without all that, but getting into hard and onward, you're going to need provoke, you're going to need stun, you're going to need really high accuracies to get them off. You're going to need cleanse 100% for the poisons. You're going to need buff removal or block buffs or both to strip the heads for when they do a buff spread. You're going to need a couple other things. So I'm not going to go into the Grim Forest on my main account until we're done on this one. So that way when I go into it, it gives the whole introduction speech thing. For anyone curious, since the end of Leonardo, we've saved 32 Ancients, 15 Void Shards, and 4 Sacreds. I also just completed last month Genbo, the final... Or Genro, sorry, the final Doom Tower Lego. So I'm guessing they would add more Legos this year, because it's almost 2 years now we haven't had any added. But yeah, and then I have 1.5 summons on the Remnant summon. And yeah, that's where I'm sitting on my main. Also, apparently Siege is happening, and I didn't even get a notification for that. So I'm going to have to do my Siege battles today too. I'll do those on stream. Grim Forest lasts 4 weeks, so I'm wondering if this is going to stay in the game, or if it's just like a temporary event. I'll have to read the description when it comes out. I'm guessing because it gives away a mythical that it's temporary. It's a lot easier on your account, can do normal, a year. Yeah, so I'm just being honest, like it's anywhere from 6 months to a year to get the mythical, because why I said a year is because that 6 months, that's perfectly getting 2 Hydra chests times, so you're getting 2 of each from each key. You're getting 4 total for the whole week, every week, and you're getting 16 a month. Likely you're more or less going to get 10 to 12, more realistically, because it's not a guaranteed pull from the chests. The Grim Forest, I don't think I can go into it yet. Yeah, 55. So I can't even read about it, but this account would take another month to get there. So we're at level 42, like it's going to be a month till I can, like the first rotation would be over by the time this account can do it. So new players right now, unless you have the Forge Pass to ramp up your XP, it's not a possibility. I find it weird for Dark Fae that my team can do it to beat it, but then when I do them on auto to farm it, it doesn't work. One sec, my cats are being stupid. Stop being silly. You tell him, Kobe. Okay. Okay. My phone's almost dead. That's good to know. I can't tell if it's temporary. I gotta read about it. I mean, it's such a big thing to add to the game that it's finally like a new area, so I'm guessing it's not, but we'll see. I'm just gonna finish dailies here and then we'll go take a look at it. I was pushing, this is Nightmare Campaign. I was pushing it just to try and get the Lego books and some of the rewards. With 4 champions, I'm pretty able to do it. We're going to take a look at it in a couple minutes. And cross fingers and toes that it's indeed juicy. I'm not thinking I'll get that far, just jumping right into it, but we'll see. Because I don't know how much of it's going to be based on gear sets or how much of it's based on... Because I know like the Mimic needs... Like the only thing I really remember is that it devours your highest crit rate. And he dishes out a heap of reflect damage. Or that's the Goblin. The Goblin does a lot of reflect damage. So we get 1.5 million silver, 5 ancient shards. But as we're going here, we want to get as deep as we can into Nightmare. Yeah, Warsaw, if you send it, I'll give it away. I'm giving all the accounts away on the 20th, which is a week from now. So if you want to wait, because I want to do them all at once. So we're going to have like a roulette wheel kind of thing going and give them all away then for everyone in chat. Heated up my coffee, sorry. Okay. It's a fun account with mythical, good clan boss team, just needs better gear, and ninja. Okay. No, samurai, it's an eventual thing. You might win, or he might have another account to give you. It's up to him if he gives it to you. We're doing the giveaway next Friday. So I do work Friday, but that's not till nighttime. So, or Saturday. So Saturday's the 20th. So next Saturday is when we're going to do the giveaway. We're giving away multiple accounts, including the one I'm playing on right now. So you get a double Tholin with Joffred, Geomancer. Gonna get Tuhanarak on here as well, and then you'll get what is the other ones? One of them has a bunch of Legos and mythicals someone gave. Another one has a bunch of legendaries on it, no mythicals, but it's not really stacked with gear. Yeah, there's I think 4 or 5 total right now. And then one's someone gave it a while ago. We were supposed to give away in October, and just it didn't happen because of my work schedule. So that one's in there too. But I mean, like, if you think about it, the average time, I usually have about 20-ish viewers, 20 to 30 on average. I mean, like on Saturdays, I've had the highest I've had is like, I think around 175. So it just depends how big of I'm going to do it in the morning. So, I mean, that's the biggest window to stream and do giveaways. So do it then and see. So 1.5 million silver. It's big for gear upgrades. Us at least getting to the dungeon there for speed is huge. Just for 2-starring, I might throw in those two and just keep going. John, it's really hard to get into Grim Forest with a starting account. Or are you saying free to play as in like account you have right now? If you're talking about now, choosing your champions, you want to, I would say if you're free to play, try to do normal first doing hard mode. Because you need on normal you can use your whole roster pretty much, like, because you're going to use 40 champions, so you should have access to almost everything you've got, where hard mode you only have the 20. So it's just, you make sure you have supports, make sure you have like cleansers, make sure you have revivers, make sure you have healers, and then on the other end, like, and buffers, and then the other end, make sure you have like increase and decrease speed, have attack champions that dish out weaken and decrease defense, make sure you have stunners, just try to make sure you have a good mix. Yeah, if you just started the game, you probably can't even go into it. You need to be level 55 account, and you need 40 champions. So if you say you've only got 30 that are built at level 50 or higher, that's 10 slots you're filling with like fodder, right, to go in there. Because I haven't seen the selector yet, but I don't know if you have to select 40 or if you can get away with selecting 30 or less. We're going to take a look at it on my main account in a second. Once we're out of energy here, we'll dive in. I'll take a look at it with maybe the Cheshire account because I have to do clan boss on there anyway. I'm not though, Samurai. That's my main account, and I don't play on my main account on here that often. I'm speaking of the new content they released that seems like it's very mid to end game. Like, you can't, certain parts of the game you can't rush. You have to like earn your road there. You have to level up your account. You have to play. Then on each battle you randomly draw from the 40. No, you draw from 20. That's why you need 40. It randomly selects 20. That's why it can be problematic if you put like food champions in there or like weak champions with no gear, because like they'll show up as like maybe 5 or 10 of your 20 if it hits all of them, and then you're like, well, then my choices are 5. The new game mode had to take into account that 58% of the player base is an endgame, so they have to take that into account, that they're able to pretty safely do content. Streamers like Boozer wouldn't be as big as they are, and Bronco was more pay to win, but now he's kind of got more free to play. But Boozer and Cruisen, for instance, and other big streamers there, Nubs I think has stayed consistent because he didn't really jump ship for Hades as much. But is that 2 free resets a day, or is it 2 free resets each battle? Because if you burn them both, I think they're gone. It would be nice that, like, yes, everything in the game that you can just jump in, but like even like Doom Tower, for instance, like you need a proper team to rotate and go through Doom Tower. That barely 3-starred. So just about to get gems. I'm finally recouping the gems, so that's nice. Grim Forest, that's what I have to look at, Samurai. I hope it is, because it says it's on a 5-week rotation, but the mythical in it is a limited reward, I think. So I have to look at it if the mode is actually a limited thing or if it's a full thing. And it kind of feels like a losing battle aside from the promo codes. No, Edgomo, it really comes down to you can't just jump in the game and you can't, it's like, you ever heard of the term, you're throwing darts at a wall? Like, you're not throwing darts at the board, you're hitting the wall, and you're not trying to fix your aim, you're just throwing them, and you're feeling like, if I just keep throwing, I'm eventually going to hit the board. You can't do that, or that's the experience rather you're going to have if you don't sit down and learn how to play the game. You like take a single day. It takes one single day and just learn how to do one of the areas you're having problems with. Like say this stage, this guy's causing problems. I can click here, look at the champion, look at what he does. So like see here, I can click, when I go to battle, all these champions, I can click on him and I can read his spells. So it's like, oh, he hits all of my like team members 3 times and reduces their turn meter every hit. Okay, that's a problem. He does decrease speed debuff on all enemies for 2 turns and fills the turn meters of allies. If he goes before I do, that's a problem. Does a decrease attack. So it's learning, like you got to click on things and actually read them. Does a stun on his A1, places decrease attack. Like I'm not being belittling, I'm saying even for Hydra, like, you know, Hydra, he's a bomb champion, for instance, places bombs. Got the gems. So say, sorry. We're trying to, like, say you're interested in Chimera, right? You're like, oh, I want to do Chimera. I'm excited to do Chimera. Go to Boss Guide. Read each of these. And after reading them, if you're still having trouble, go to either hellhades.com or one of the websites you love or something, or go to YouTube and look up a streamer that you like's breakdown of all this content. Because so with Chimera, I wouldn't even start with his abilities. I would start at the very bottom and read this part. See how it works? You want to read this section because it talks about his different forms. It tells you what they do. Block active skills, ram form, Defear and True Fear, decrease speed. It's telling you the problems and it's telling you what can help you beat them. It shows you the different forms, what they look like, so you know while the fight is going on if he transforms which one's which. The ultimate form breaks down. It literally tells you like can place provoke, decrease speed, block debuffs, okay. Pincer lash, increase speed, decrease crit rate, decrease crit damage. And it's telling you how to beat that ultimate form. See this like selection up here? So it's telling you how these active skills work. And removes all buffs before he attacks, so he'll wipe all your buffs on your team. So like this is something a lot of people don't know Chimera does, they don't read about it, but he does a buff strip in his ultimate form just before he transforms. And up here, this counter, the Savage Evolution counter, Transfixing Presence, reduces his damage by 10%. But as long as he's under no, it's under no debuffs. No active buffs, So if your champions have no buffs, he takes less damage from them. Now the ram form, like you need to understand how the ram form works, but duel is a pain in the neck ability. He challenges the lowest crit damage to a 1v1. He gets a dual buff equal to dual bar, equal to 0.5% of the HP. Dual effects removed. However, the champion under dual effect will deal 50% less damage while it's active. So if he hits Krisk and Krisk survives, Krisk is doing 50% less damage to that form. Ram is susceptible to Fear and True Fear. So it's telling you the ram form weakness is True Fear. The dual effect can be negated by them, so bringing it is like something, it's a must. It stops him from charging the team and killing your like support champion usually. Prioritize targets under duel, place stun. Gets an extra turn if stun's placed. Block debuffs and intercept stacks to stop the rampage. So it tells you like intercept stacks are useful here for that gear. But like this is what I'm talking about. Like this breaks down every last thing for Chimera, and like, you know, even like myself, like I should spend a day in there and reread it just to better understand it every once in a while on like newer things in the game. Narma Alice, good combo. Probably. I've never put them together, but where's Alice? Ignore defense, killed, second attack, ignore defense. Increase cooldowns is big. Like Alice is like bread and butters this skill. This is like her main damage skill, but like this one here, doing the cooldowns and turn meter. This, her passive, like overall, she's just great. And that's why she's good for arena, or like clearing waves, like both of them. She gets extra skills every time. And Narma being a poisoner, hang on. I don't want to take that energy yet. And the only way to level up your count is through daily, weekly, monthly missions to get the count XP. As a reminder, and campaign, any level campaign, any level dungeon, and faction wars. Those are the only ways to get XP for your count. Go back in here. Samurai, it's very unfortunate you don't use Alice. Because like Alice, just so you know, when at the start of the year, when they did the Hell Hades challenge, everyone was using Alice, and Alice carried everyone. Like she was a balancing bar to everyone's account, because everyone got her, and she also has she's good in arena, she's good in waves, she's good in Doom Tower, she's good everywhere. There's not a single area in the game that she sucks in outside of maybe Bommel. Like she's a very good champion. I just point this out because maybe I should start an account with her just because people don't use her that often, and I should bring her back into like, hey, I've done Tholin enough times now, I think, that after this, maybe after the 20th, I'll do one that's Alice with the alien instead. If I'm gonna do Sacred Order, I'll pick a champion out of there. Maybe I'll start the miscreated monster code just to get, not for Tholin, like I'll vault Tholin, and I'll do Alice as my code, and then I'll use the supports from that code, that starter link. And once we get Alien, we'll use Alien as the poisoner. And then I'll pick Aethel to open that faction wars up too. That'd be good too going into Christmas, to like end the year how we started the year with Alice. How is the Allure combo starting account going? Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I've been playing it off stream. It's a lot different because you still kind of like, I had to get out of the habit of trying to use Tholin right away. I'd rather build Allure because Allure will be your farmer. Miscreated Monster as well, you could farm with him. So I got to, I think after the first 2 days, I'm in Brutal Campaign. I'm almost at a 6-star. And I'm actually thinking of 6-starring Miscreated Monster instead. I might show it off like a couple days down the road, maybe near Christmas, just to show where I got to. But it is a lot of fun. Yep. I would say do it to have it, and then eventually you can, you know, dive into it when you have time, like on a weekend. Like it's a fun thing just to jump into just for the weekend even. Right now I'm just making sure I got 2 stars, because you can get your legendary books just from 2-starring every stage. We're almost out of energy though, so I'll jump into my main account in a minute. If they do the Hell Hades challenge in January, I'm going to join it. If they don't, I'll probably still do like a new account with whatever event they start the year with. And push it for 30 days. If I do the Hell Hades challenge, it's 3 months, I think. So I would probably do, like, most people focus on the clan boss. Like, I would do that for sure. But after clan boss team, I would probably then focus on doing either Doom Tower or Faction Wars, and try and compete in those. My favorite champion in the entire game is Cheshire Cat. My next, on my account, my favorite is probably Wallmaster Aetherian. And then my number 3 is, like, long standing has been Valkyrie, just because I just liked how the champion worked on like a rotation cycle, and like she was my first huge clan boss team champion. Honorable mentions would be Miscreated Monster, Madam Serris, and I'm trying to think of like who else I was just like pumped to get. DN Archer are probably like the next 3. As just like mentions of like I really like those champions. When Trunda worked as she was intended, she was a great champion. She still is a very good champion. I did like the whole Alice in Wonderland group of champions as leaning into Cheshire Cat. I just love Cheshire Cat. Like his whole kit. I think he's like one of the prime examples in the game of a perfect champion, which there's very few of that are perfectly like they work as intended. They are great as they are. Sorry about that. Negative, but yeah, Cheshire Cat's just perfect as is. They didn't have to adjust her kit. She works as intended. She's a lot of fun. She can get you out of a pinch. She's fun in arena. She's fun in, or he's fun arena. Fun in Doom Tower. All the other areas of the game. Hoko. I have Greek yogurt, so they're all coming now. For a while, Cheshire Cat was on all my accounts. Or not all my accounts, all my teams. I'd love to have Cheshire Cat as a starting champion. I would push the ever-living hell out of that account. Yeah, I'm surprised. They will have a Christmas promo code. They do it the week of Christmas. Puff, puff, get the puff. Puff, puff, puff the puff. Puff, puff, puff the puff. Puff, puff, puff the puff. One. Right now, the promo code's pinned AMG 25. They've like the fact they're even doing more promo codes right now. I think they heard from the community that they're getting upset, like how many they canceled and got rid of. Because we went from like 15 active down to like less than 5. So for new accounts, it was really hard. No snugs. I know you want snugs. Not right now. My cat likes to lean on my arm and just sleep on it, and I'm trying to stop her. She's very committed. They will have like Xmas raid or like Christmas raid 2025. They do it every year. It's just spin to win. But yeah, it's just they do it the week of Christmas. Again, the cheapest packs of the game will be Christmas time. The Forge Pass will be done by then to keep in mind. It finishes, I think, the week of Christmas. It's what, a week in 5 days, so that's 7, 5, 12 days. 12 days will be the 22nd of December, so that's the Monday. That's when the Forge Pass is going to run out that week. Then we'll have 2 weeks of no Forge Pass, and then going into the new year is around when the next one will start. It's usually 2 to 3 weeks of a break between. Now, for everyone in chat, when I do the account switch here, I'm going to restart the stream because I have to change the title. If we're going to jump into Grim Forest. That should be the shards. This is big to get this. Same with the gems there. More silver there too. Also, now that I have Nightmare unlocked, I can farm 6-star speed boots here. So we can do one more battle, and then I'll switch it up. If anyone's wondering as well why I didn't make a third 6-star yet, I have the stuff sitting. It's just I don't want to do it outside of a champ training. Those are the kind of things, like, as a free-to-play player, you have to do. Early on, it can be argued to do your 6-star no matter what, because of the training tournament, the novice tournament, but you always want to be double dipping. A champ training event is what you really want to have early on. If you could time it, it would be advantageous. So Gear Hunter, got a chicken out of there. But this is why you do events. Like, getting a whole bunch of these can really stack you up. Champ training starts in 4 minutes, so that's nice. Nice for me. And look at the rewards. Because we're going to Christmas, the rewards get better. They get an upgrade. So, nice. Nothing's expiring anytime soon. So we have some other decent rewards there for Spider Turn Attack. Likely the champ training might have some kind of summon event. Let me see. Let's take a look before we switch. News. Oh, I want to see. Grim Forest might be something they open and close, maybe, versus it being like a just straight temporary thing. So Drop Fervor. Yeah, there's nothing of a summoning event. Wow. That's crazy to be going into a weekend, no summoning event. I'm never good with keeping things ready for events. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, you have to be disciplined if you're going to play free-to-play. Say hi, Kokopee. I'm holding a puff, so hang on one sec. She jumped up. Now she's doing licky-loos, and now she's trying to lick my face with her bad breath. You've got bad breath, yes you do. Gotta give you a denty treat. Yeah, you got your ears Mickey Moused, why? What are you gonna do? Are you getting comfy or are you running away? I can never tell with you. Alright. Okay, we are going to switch, so I'm going to restart the stream just one sec. I just have to retitle it, so just refresh the